If you move or live in Canada and you don't understand how to use the TFSA properly, you could lose thousands in tax-free investment growth. Now, most beginners think that the TFSA is just a savings account. It is not. Today, I'm going to be showing you step by step on how to build wealth in Canada. Here's what I'll cover. What the TFSA actually is, the biggest mistakes beginners make, how to open one, how to invest inside it, and a simple example showing you how it grows tax-free. So by the end of today's video, you should be able to know exactly what to do to build wealth in Canada. First things first, what is TFSA? TFSA stands for the Tax-Free Savings Account. It is a system that the Canadian government have actually built for people to be able to maximize their money, their income, their resources, so that their future is guaranteed. Here's what most people misunderstand about it. They use it either for just saving money or putting their cash, especially when they just move in with a permanent residence. They go to the bank and the staff tells them, would you like to have a TFSA? And they think, okay, there's savings, so it could be a savings account. No, it is not. It is a container that keeps your resources and most importantly allows your resources to grow even more. Inside this container, you could have your ETF, you could have your stocks, you could have gold, you could have the GIC, or even just cash. Now, the power in TFSA is this, is that whatever growth you have, if you've put $100 and you get another $100, you're not going to be paying tax on that $100 gain. It is yours to keep. And that $200 can bring even more, $400 or $1,000 or even $1 million, and you will not be paying tax on it. You may be asking, why is it so important, especially for new immigrants? We understand that coming into a new system, trying to navigate the healthcare system, the employment dynamics, looking for school, working, and all that can actually be overwhelming and draining. But you also need to let your money do the work for you. You also need to think long term. You also need to think about retirement. And there are systems put in place for you, but you need to search for it. And that is why this channel is made, to bring you all the tips you need to thrive and build wealth legally, happily in Canada. If you're new in Canada and you're building from scratch, the TFSA will help you to allow your money to grow tax-free. The good thing about it is that you can withdraw that money anytime without tax. One thing I love about it is that you can build wealth without complicated rules. Now, understanding why it is important, it is imperative that we talk about the biggest mistakes a lot of people make when it comes to using the TFSA account. It is important that you avoid this. The number one is using it as a savings account. I know that a lot of people just open the account and they're like, okay, I'm just going to keep my cash into it. Replace the savings with investment so that when you put money into it, you remember to buy ETFs, stock, the GIC. And that's because when you let your money sit in the account, it is losing value every single time due to inflation. The other one is over contributing. Now, you cannot contribute more than $7,000 in a year in that tax-free savings account. If you do, you are going to be paying 1% on every addition. So if you put $10,000 or even more in a year, you are going to be paying more. CRA is going to be taking about 1% of every addition you have, about 43,000 extra you have, given the 10,000 example. The other mistake a lot of people make is that thinking that you cannot withdraw the money from your TFSA. You actually can withdraw the money. This actually happened to me recently. I actually contributed $6,000 into my tax-free savings account and then I withdrew $3,000. Now it shows that I have contributed $6,000, even if so far what I've been using to invest since the beginning of this year is just $3,000. The good thing is that by next year, I'll be able to recover that $3,000 contribution room that I took away. This is the part most beginners don't understand. The real part, the real gist of TFSA is not using it as a cash savings account, but really investing, using the resources in it properly. And that brings us to how to open a TFSA account. To open a TFSA account, you need to download the Wealth Simple. This is something I use, and that is what I'm recommending. And this is what most Canadians use. I have the Wealth Simple. You can also use the Quick Straight. You can also use the Tangerine. But if you're asking, I use the Wealth Simple. If you want to sign up using my link or my code, I'm going to leave it on the screen actually, because when you do using my code, you're going to be getting free $25, and that will be mutual. I actually recommend that you do that. When you open with a tax-free savings account, they're going to be asking you to fund your account. So whatever bank you use, you'll be able to transfer funds, or you can also transfer using the eTeract. And most importantly, invest the money, because this is where most people stop. They just transfer the money to the TFSA and they are good to go. No, that's just the beginning if you really want to build wealth using TFSA. Now, you may be asking, Rosalind, guess what? I successfully opened the account, but what do I invest in? I'm new to investing. Well, that's why I'm making this video. If you are a beginner, just keep it simple. There is no need for complication. And one of the rules of investing and building wealth is that if a 5-year-old cannot understand it, if you need to be checking it every day, that is gambling, that is not investing. Many Canadians start with the broad ETF, and that's because you're going to be buying from a container, a basket, or 500 well-performing companies, so that if one of the companies is not performing, at least you have your capital, you have other companies doing well. Some people buy from the broad market ETF, you can buy from the S&P 500, or you can buy all in one ETF. I have to say that this is for an educational purpose. Do your own research before you go into investing. This is what I invest in. I use the VFV. I also have the ZCN. I'm going to leave that on the screen for those ones that I have invested in. I have to say that if you invest 500 or 200 into ETF and make it recurring, it is important that you let the money grow, because the power of compound interest is going to work for you. And that is why when you're investing, you think of long term. You think of buying 200 or 500 of your future or freedom. And that is what I see when I'm transferring money monthly from my salary into the investment account. It is not now, it is called delayed gratification, so that in the future I can live in the freedom I am deserving. If you're enjoying this video, please click on the like button. This helps this video to be seen by other people, and it is also encouraging to me. Let's do a simple growth example. If you invest 500 for 20 years with an average return of 7%, you could grow your money over 250,000 Canadian dollars. In the TFSA, all of that growth is tax-free. You may be asking, I have been living in Canada, or I'm just moving to Canada, so who should use TFSA first? If you're new to Canada, if you're trying to build your investment from the scratch, if you haven't maxed out your TFSA, why not? Most people in Canada, they open TFSA and they never use it properly. But you don't just know what TFSA is about, you know how to open it properly and how to build wealth in it. If you enjoyed this video, I'm pretty sure you're going to be enjoying the next week's video on how to build your credit score even more valuable. That will be on the next week's video. This is your turn. Please leave a comment, ask more question. What province are you watching from? What are you investing in your TFSA? What's your strategy in building wealth? I want to know. This is a dialogue. And do not forget to click on the like button, leave your comments, and share to other people. Please subscribe so you don't miss any of the future uploads we'll be having. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I'm going to see you all in the next video. Bye.